case, I did want to talk about another notable Spaniard, generally considered one of the greatest artists of the 20th century, and I know you know who I'm talking about. The one and only Pablo Picasso, one of the most revolutionary minds of modern art, who according to famed singer-songwriter Jonathan Richman, was never called an asshole, not in New York. I wonder if there's anyone out there listening to this who will pick up on some of my references, especially that one. Let me know at inartemat@gmail.com and you may win a prize. Anyways, the news is that London's Bastien Art Gallery will be opening an immersive exhibition this September named Atelier Picasso, and will feature a unique recreation of Picasso's studio in Cannes in the south of France, using a treasure trove of objects including furniture, sculptures, ceramics, drawings and prints. The exhibition will also feature several photos of the artist at work, which allows me to once again briefly remind any artist who is listening that it is important that you document yourself at work. As I often say, the history of art teaches us time and time again that documentation of an artist's life and work methods is just as important as the work itself, as an artist's work itself. Anyways, let's get back on track. Picasso moved to Cannes shortly after the Second World War, and of course by then he had already amassed a remarkable body of work, and he was determined to keep experimenting. He also longed to escape a war-torn Paris, where he had lived for many years. Now, during the time in Cannes, he was quite prolific in his experimentation with taking seemingly everyday ceramic objects and twisting and turning them into shapes, often animalistic shapes. This process actually gave new life to ceramics, and from a personal standpoint, also showcases Picasso's fascination with and love of animals, especially birds, but also animalistic forms in general. There will be many examples of this at the exhibition at Bastien in London, but I don't want to say too much about that at this point because I am currently in the process of trying to set up an interview with the director of that art gallery about Atelier Picasso for Matt's Art Chat, which is my series of podcast conversations about the arts with creators, curators and art lovers from all over the world. Reason being, I wanted to resume the series with a particularly interesting podcast, and a chat about the legendary Pablo Picasso seems like a great place to restart or resume. Hopefully I will be able to roll that out in 2 weeks' time, by which point I'm hoping my technical issues that I'm facing at the moment will have been solved, although part of me really doubts that. Anyways, you are listening to The Art Movement, and I thank you for it. We'll be back with some final words, but first, baby, you can drive my car.